On this episode of Carnage, the Dodge is ready for a road trip to Cobar for Running on Empty Festival. Well, it's sort of ready. Kinda. We're gonna die. So yesterday we had a few little issues. We broke down 3 times on the Monash. I think it was fuel vaporization due to heat. So I put in this little phenylytic spacer behind the between the carby and the manifold. Also changed the fuel filter, so just in case it was a fuel blockage issue. But the fuel filter did seem kind of full of fuel, so I don't think that was the issue. Also removed the thermostat. So you know, we had a 180 degree thermostat. I prefer to have a 160 in it. So I'll run it with no thermostat for the moment. We'll see how we go with that. But yeah, a lot of driving around yesterday afternoon. Had to go to Speed Parts to get a spacer, then go get the club paperwork done so I could get club rego on it. We've got the plates on it now. Now I've just got to fill out our little logbook and we can hit the road. 26th of the 10th, 18. Particulars of use. Drive to Cobar. First entry done. So this is it, folks. We're going to hit the road. Car's ready, as ready as it's going to be. We've got 850 k's to drive today, and I think it's already 11 o'clock. I don't think we're going to make it tonight. They tell us the kangaroos are particularly bad up there, so it's probably not a good idea to drive at night. Do what we can, but we're legal. Let's get on the road.
There us go, Australia, in your bumpy car in the middle of the night. Let's do it! Jack out back. See you on the road, Skags. Don't burn the snatch! There goes my bet of 50 k's. Might as well been 50 metres. Well, we pulled out the car park. We said, woohoo, this is fun. And then something went wrong. We made it about 50 metres, so.
So the problem was the 4 holes in that spacer were just not quite aligned with the 4 holes of the 4-barrel carby, and it was just catching the edge of it, and it felt like it was sticking, and you don't want a sticky throttle. So no, that is all good now. Back on the road.
Racing. The car seems to be behaving itself so far, Scotty.
Don't jinx us. But yeah, she's purring along quite nice, eh?
Mayday, mayday, mayday. Died?
Yeah, it just died.
Rattled, diesel, backfired.
I'll have to have a look. Not real having some issues with our fuel supply, I guess is the way you put it. Yeah, basically we're cruising along, everything's happy, everything's nice, and then she just, boom, dies. It feels fuel supply related. I hope that's all it is, but we're going to probably change the fuel pump out, see if it still does it. If not, I think what it is in the tank, there's a little filter sock, and the tank's probably old and full of crap, even though we gave it a bit of a shake out. And I reckon the sock is blocking up, starving the engine, and then when the suction stops, it all drops away. And then when you start it up again, you get down the road, and then it sucks in again, and then drops away when the suction stops. It'll just keep cycling. So we'll have to cut away that sock and let the junk flow through to the filter, basically. I do not want to do this. I want to drain some fuel out so I can deal with the sender. But I really don't want to do this. Oh, this. Get ready to watch me vomit.
I tasted the hand cleaner yesterday, so it's your turn to do this. So. Pro. You're gonna send the sender. Send it. Consider it sent. We've started our trip, high spirits. Got 50 metres down the road and had a throttle linkage issue, which is nothing major. Got onto the Monash freeway, motoring along rather nice, and then our fuel troubles have arisen again, and broke down on the Monash, pulled over to the side, but it was very, very dangerous where we were stopped, so we just managed to get off the freeway. Now we've just pulled out the fuel tank, and a bit of crud floating around in the tank, and the sock filter on the pickup was a bit dirty, so we've cleaned that, and we ended up taking the filter off, and that way hopefully all the crud just makes its way to the filter, the inline filter under the bonnet, and we can just change them as needed, as long as the lines don't get clogged up with crap. So it's premium. It's definitely premium. We're just putting the tank back in now, and we should be back on the road hopefully within half an hour. Had a bit of a nightmarish situation where leading up to the tunnel that goes through the middle of Melbourne there, the car cut out a few times leading up to it, and we pulled over and changed a few bits and whatnot and thought we had it. Tightened up a coil wire, and then we're like, we just don't want to stuff up in the tunnel. And anyway, so we made it through the tunnel, and just as we're coming out, we hear this faint roar. And we put it down to the traffic control guys in headquarters watching us on the video going, yes, they didn't break down, yes. So we can thank the Mopar gods for seeing us through the tunnel and then having us break down again. So Good news is the Colonel is here, and we're going to go and savour some of his finest birds.
So what's that, breakdown number 6? Something like that, 5 or 6. First I thought maybe it was a coil and I had a spare there, but now I'm thinking ballast resistor. I think it's getting hot and then going open circuit, and then it's like intermittent. So what I've done is bypass the ballast resistor, which isn't really going to be a problem because with this ignition system, it probably wants a full 12 volts to the module and the coil anyway. So we bypass the ballast resistor, we're going to send it, we're going to try and make it over the Westgate Bridge. That's our next mission. Then eventually get out of Melbourne. Then eventually Cobar sometime. What time is it? It's Friday. It may be over by the time we're there, but who knows? We're going to Cobar. Success. So it was the ballast resistor after all. Are we there yet, Dad? Are we there yet?
My name's Harold Haig. We're here escorting Scotty and his Blowpar Mopar to Cobar. We've been called to assist him because he needs a lot of help. And we've come up with Phil's panel van. We've made it to Tokemore, which is like 30 minutes from Shep, and I guess it's 3 hours and 30 from Melbourne, where Scotty left this morning. I'm not sure, it'd have to be what, 6 o'clock now, so Scotty's done about 300 Ks in 8 hours, so he's going pretty good. Apparently Scott's got a little issue with a slight noise that's troubling a little bit, and doing his heading with his tailpipes. Nothing to do with the 85 tonne he's got in the back of it, or him and Paul in there that a little bit fuller figure gentlemen, shall we say, and little noise issue with his tailpipe, so he's removing them while we're helping him with comments and drinking his piss.
You told him as well? Or?
Yeah, I bet he did.
He still picked on shit, didn't he?
Yeah.
Lower a motor.
Oh, you raise it.
Yeah, I think it's self-lowering.
Yeah, especially with me in there.
So we've had a bit of a noise issue under the rear because we've got so much crap jammed in the back of this thing that it's lowered down, that the exhaust is trapped between the springs and the chassis. So we decided to drop the tailpipes off this thing. It's actually not too bad, and thankfully we won't have to listen to the whole trip.
Exhaust is a bit low.
Oh, I love it, mate. That is it. Absolute love. I bump into people all the time. You're walking into a shop, they're walking out. It's like, Scotty, how you going? What's happening with Turbo Taxi? Or what's happening with the MX-5? We run into people all the time, and I love it. Obviously, we do this for the enjoyment of it, but we do it for the fans out there as well. You know, they want to see and watch what we do, and I think it's awesome. We get to show, you know, we're not mechanics, we're not masterminds at this thing, but, you know, with a little bit of knowledge and, you know, just friends, you can do this as well. So that's what it's all about. The Speedo is kind of a serving suggestion. It's like, yeah, you're kind of around here.
Just work out the average.
Yeah. Just lost the lens out of his sunnies. Terminators. It's split at the bottom, so. Those things cost me $20 US.
What? It's like $5,000 New Zealand.
Thank you, sir.
Just being gentle.
So we're in Griffith this morning. We made it here last night. You know, obviously a few problems yesterday, which meant we couldn't make it all the way to Cobar, and we didn't really want to go 4 hours through the dark with all the kangaroos on the roads, and there's a lot of kangaroos. So 4-hour trip this morning. We'll get up to Cobar by about lunchtime, in time for the show. They're going to have a bit of a show and shine happening. The old girl's going well. It started the first hit of the key this morning, so really happy with how it's running. Touch wood. She stays that way. The old Sunnies paid the ultimate price, so bought some newies. Green. Green is nice. Hey guys, we're in sunny Cobar and it's the Dodge. She has made it. 850 k's up from Melbourne. Yes, we've had a couple little issues along the way, but we've made it to Cobar. Mission accomplished. Oh, such a relief to drive into town, pull up here and just go, we've made it. Of course, we're going to drive it back, but that's tomorrow's job. So we're in town for the Running on Empty Festival. So we're going to go check out the show and shine, but before that, I'm going to grab some parts, maybe do an oil change. We'll see. Maybe I'll leave the oil change till later, but the adventure is not over.
We've seen the stars and we've seen the cars.
Gotta do some happy laps down the main street. What a massive weekend. In fact, what a massive 3 weeks it's been. I mean, this car has fought us every step of the way. The road trip up, well, it's all about the journey, isn't it? The destination though is pretty cool. We're up here at Cobar, Running on Empty Festival, and it's been just a fantastic weekend. It's all over now. Time to head back to Melbourne. We've got 850 Ks to make it home. There's no car trailers here. This is just us on the road. So we better just hit it. Until next time, on Carnage.